what's cool about VR is you look all around and it's behind you and it's around you, and it's counterproductive to have people just staring straight ahead. It was really important to us for Golem that you could move around an environment with total freedom and kind of explore it as you would a real space. And so we needed a solution that would allow players to control their movements in every degree of freedom. We actually spent almost a year prototyping different control schemes, especially for exploring a space. We tried a traditional gamepad, but the problem is you can't see your hands and you are making large body movements with just your thumb, and so that actually tends to disturb people and disorient them. What we decided to do was use a similar concept to how people walk around in the natural world, which is, we're calling it the incline control scheme. Basically, we know exactly where your head is, and so if you lean forward as if you're about to take a step, we can tell that you are moving in that direction and move your in-game character that way. The move is great because it was almost like you had a steering wheel, but you had never driven a car or seen a car before. Like, you had this great control mechanism, but you didn't need it for anything. And so VR coming along is the second half of that equation. For us, the headset is your eyes and the move is your hand. And so anytime you're interacting with the environment, we're doing it entirely through the motion controls. When you're walking around on the floor of your room, a very natural thing to do with the move is to kind of point it at objects. So we gave you an illuminated crystal that shoots out a beam of light, and it's basically a flashlight that you're using to explore your house and underneath. So the one-to-one controls lead to these kind of one-to-one game mechanics where we're not making a game about pressing certain buttons to execute a combo. Like, if you want to do a combo, like, you have to move your hands in that way and you have to have that spatial awareness. It's really opening up what would traditionally be a more hardcore game to a wider audience, because there's a lot of people who just can't use two thumbs to control themselves in 3D space, but everybody can point a flashlight at something. And so we found that people that normally wouldn't be able to play a sophisticated game get very into Golem. When you're trying to introduce brand new concepts like we are in VR, it's helpful to take the rules of the game and put them in the fiction somehow. And so there's a lot of analog between how you as a player control your character in the game and how she controls the golems in the world. So she has something across her eyes just like you do, and she has something in her hands just like you do, and she's leaning to move just like you are. And so that helps you empathize with your character, and it also gives us an excuse to explain to new players how VR works.